right, everybody, it is June 21st, 2024, and this is Let's Sew with Ron, Meno, and Friends, and we welcome everybody for coming tonight. Glad to see you. Let me take this off. I think it's off. Anyways, of course, I'm Ron Halbert from Orlando, Florida. I started in ONPASSIVE December 14th of 2020, and been going like a train ever since. And I have my beautiful co-host here, Meno from Portland, Oregon. Say hi, Meno. Can you unmute?
Hello, everybody.
Okay, good. All righty. Tonight's topic, I thought about this for a couple hours when Meno said, "What's their topic?" I said, "Hell, I don't know." But then I got thinking about, Ash is telling it's coming. It's coming. Marty's been telling it's coming. Chris says it's coming. And I think we're finally in that last mile stretch. So thought it would be a good topic of the train is coming. I was going to first play Johnny Cash's The Train is Coming, but I didn't think we were all going to Folsom Prison. So I changed it up to the one we played. I hope you enjoyed it. So my feelings are, I can't wait for this train to hit the metro station. It's been a long ride. It's been a long time. We've been through many trials and tribulations. Not as many as Mr. Mufareh has, but it wears on all of us, okay? Because we've all been waiting. Some of you 5 years, some of you 3 years, some of you 4 years, and but I think it's going to be worth the wait, and I don't think you're going to be upset that you waited. I think you're going to be very surprised when you look in your account one day. Like Marty says, you're going to be looking in your account and wonder, where in the heck did this come from? Or, I don't know you people, because that's just the way the organization is going to be built. Everybody's going to benefit from what Mr. Mufareh's put together. He has been very successful, as everybody knows, putting things together for other companies in the past. And I think he's going to outdo himself with the ONPASSIVE platform. So I'm ready for the train. I'm ready to get on. I'm really ready to get on any train that comes along, really, right now. But that's besides the point. So let's start it out with talking to people about what they think about their train is coming and what kind of train is coming for them. So let's start with my co-host,
Thank you, Ron. So I was thinking, when shifting our focus from what we can get to what we can give, something magical happens. We begin to experience a sense of fulfillment that is deeply satisfying and feeds our souls on a level we never thought possible. There is a sense of anticipation in the air, a feeling that something wonderful is on its way. Just as the distant sound of a train signals its approach, so too does the promise of good news draw near. Each moment is a step closer to new opportunities and brighter horizons. Hold on to hope, for the train of positivity and progress is about to arrive, bringing with it a cargo of joy, success, and fulfillment. Expecting good news have profound positive effects on the brain and on overall well-being. Anticipating positive events triggers the release of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. This not only enhances mood, but also motivates individuals to pursue goals. Positive expectations can lower the production of stress hormone like cortisol. This helps in reducing anxiety and creating a sense of calm and well-being. It enhances cognitive function, such as memory, problem solving, and decision making. Expecting good news generates positive energy, feeling of joy, love, and contentment, creating more uplifting and vibrant life experience. Each moment is a step closer to new opportunities and brighter horizon. Hold on to hope. Stay engaged. Stay in love with ONPASSIVE. Thank you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Beautiful. In other words, the train's coming. You better stay on the track if you want to get to the goal line. So there is a lady on here that we haven't seen in so long. Her beautiful face. The teenage Miss Dr. Lisa Lee. What do you got to say there, Lisa Lee?
Hello, everybody. I have truly missed you all. I swear I've missed you all. What have I got to say? Every time I am with my family, I am always happy. And anytime I see your faces, I just get excited. We are, I think like Manole and Ron said, we're at the end of the track, and the train is definitely pulling into the station, and I am excited for what's to come and what's expected. And just like everybody, we're excited for good news always. I don't have much to say. I've been just plugging away and getting over something, which I don't know was something going around in Jacksonville, and I caught it. So I'm happy that I can be on here tonight, and hopefully I won't lose my voice in the process. But like I said, it's always good to be with family, and it's always good to be welcomed back home. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, you're welcome to Orlando, but you can keep whatever you got in Jackson. Okay?
I understand.
It's really great to see you. I'm glad you joined us tonight. It's been a long time. I hope everything you got going is going great. So let's go to Australia with Miss Norell.
Oh, here I am. Hello, everyone. Lovely to see you all. Hi, Lisa. Lovely to see you too. And back. I've been away for a little bit myself. I hear the train are coming. It's coming down the track. I'm just going to take you to a little story. When I was younger, I grew up in the country, good old country girl. When I got married at a very young age, I moved to the city, which was Brisbane. Now, I got a job in the city, but I lived about an hour out of the city by train. Now, back then, they used to be called red rattlers. You may have, or you may know them as something different in different countries, but they were red rattlers. And that's exactly what they did. They rattled down the train track. They were red. You went in, no doors, you had to open it yourself. You went into a passageway. People sat either side. If there was no sitting space, you stood. So you can imagine what was going on in there. And you hope that the window or the handle on the door would open, and that if it didn't, that the window above the door would come down so that you could open it from the outside to get out. Otherwise, you were going on another train trip to another station. Now, I know that's not very relevant to this, but it is for me, because progress has it that we now no longer pull up to a train station, or a train pulls into the station that's red and rattles, run by coal or whatever it was back then. And that shows my age. Today we have electric trains, we have bullet trains, we have trains that pull up and the doors open automatically for you. And yes, you still have to stand and you still have to put up with people being in close proximity to you. But without progress, we wouldn't be where we are today. So it does relate to ONPASSIVE. If we stayed back where we were and we had those old red rattlers that did not go very fast, it used to take me an hour via that train to get into work and an hour home in the afternoon. Now those electric trains probably take somewhere around 30 to 40 minutes to do the same trip. So I hear it coming down the track. With the old red rattlers, they were probably noisy enough that you could hear them coming down the track, but the new electric ones are different. So where do we progress from here? You know, we see ONPASSIVE, we've been on the journey. Many of us have been on those, you know, slow times where we feel that there hasn't been progress, that we feel that it's been stagnant in a sense. So, you know, maybe like the old cargo trains where they're so slow that they barely move, but there's a lot of screeching going on when they come past your place or past your town. So what sort of screeching has been happening is those who don't plug in, those who don't believe, those who don't have the faith, as Manu had said about having the faith and keeping the hope alive, you know, by coming on and being here in webinars whenever you can, is something to me that has benefited me over here in Australia, to be able to be a part of something that I never thought would happen in my life. So I feel like I'm the conductor of my train, and I feel everyone should take that cap, just as Ron has on, and be the conductor of your own train. You are the driver. How many passengers you bring on, it doesn't really matter, because you're going forward. You never really see a train go back unless it's hooking up to bring on other carriages. So be the conductor, you know, be the brave person who stands up and says, I'm here, I'm going to bring myself forward and keep up with what's going on. Be alert, you know, stay connected. I love what Marty and Chris are doing in shining the light on others. I think that's hugely important right now, because there are many, and I see them too, you know, daily I see somebody different and I think, oh, I haven't seen that name before, but they're starting to come out. So they're starting to become the conductor. Where they were the passengers on the train, they're moving up to the front to be the conductor of their own train, their own business. So thank you, Manu and Ron, for allowing me to speak today. I don't know whether that was of any benefit, but I love being here.
Always relevant. Thank you.
It was great. Thank you. Hey, listen, folks, I don't want to be rude, but I got some issues going on, so I'm going to let Minnow and Marty and Chris take over for me. Just remember, I love you guys, and I'll be here, but I'm going off camera. Thanks.
All right, Ron, take care. All right, so I was reading some quotes from an inspirational speaker, and Brian Tracy. I don't know if anybody knows about him, but he says transformation doesn't happen in isolation. It happens through connection, through engagement with the world around us. I was listening to Mike Ellis earlier, and one of the things that he said was promising. Said when everything gets started, Marty and him and other super leaders would produce videos, instructional training videos, full of ideas how to run your business and still stay within the limits of and boundaries of ethical and legal measures. So that's great. That's promising. So Marty, I'm going to let you take over.
You're going to do what?
Oh, would you like to speak to The Train is Coming?
Oh, okay. I thought you said I'm going to mute you. I said I'm already muted. What the heck? Anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously the train is coming. It's been on a course to hit volume 2 of ONPASSIVE, and it's going to hit it big. When I got in here 5.5 years ago, I didn't know. I wanted to talk to Ash because I need to know who's running this, whatever it was. Because any business I was in with Mike and Dan, I would go immediately or as soon as I could, and I would try to find who is the guy running the ship. And in every case, I found out. And I never, in my 15 years before ONPASSIVE, and I've been here 5.5, I never got the 100% great feeling. I got feelings that were, okay, I think we can do this, but it was never. And then when Ash first talked to us, I went, oh, wow, this is something different. And a lot of times you go by, you can call it gut feeling or whatever you want to call it. I think it was more than that. And I had that feeling like, this is what you've been looking for. And 25, 30 years is a long time to look for something. When we were doing the marketing, like I said, you've heard my story. I'm going to try to cut to it, but you know I have a big mouth, so I'll do the best I can. Bite me, Chris. Anyway, what it was is as we were going, every so much amount of time, you realize there's something you didn't know. So we go, okay, we have to learn this. And, so we would learn how to do it or whatever we had to do. And you get past that hurdle and you go, wow, this is pretty cool. But time's going by. And then you get to the next hurdle and all of a sudden the company dies. Whatever it is you were in, it's already gone. So whenever you worked up to that point, yeah, you remember up to that, but, you need something to build on. So I would look around for something else. And I thought, well, I've learned I'm not going to go in a company like that again. And we did it again. And we get another company and we know that we got to get moving quicker. I don't have to learn what I did. I need to add to it. But that went on and on and on. And always the company would die or something would happen, payment process or whatever. And these companies, I'm telling you, wouldn't make the pimple on passes behind, okay? That's about as elegant as I can think of. But then we got to the point where we know what it is. We got to learn how to drive our own traffic. I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to get solo ads. And we got where we could do it. And that was the big day. I mean, an ad went through and people are coming in for under $1 a lead and signups are coming and whatever business it was. And Dan had money, so I used every bit I could, and we started bringing people in. We built teams. Then there was that last rock there, and I said, well, we got to turn this over. What are we doing? Flip it over, and what we found out is we can't bring anybody with us. I went, well, I'll just show them what I'm doing. Took me 10 years, full time. How in the heck am I going to show somebody, a single mom, a husband, and they're working 1 or 2 jobs? They're not going to have 10 hours a day. And I thought, wait a minute. So we can make it, but everybody we bring in, I don't want a relationship with them because I know they won't be around that long. That's a horrible business concept. To know that people you bring in, hey, yeah, how you doing? How you doing? They're going to be gone in 30 days. Maybe 60 if you can sucker them into playing a couple auto payments. Now I'm really discouraged. Why? Because what I thought in 2004, now here we are in 2019, and I'm thinking, now we got to find a company that's fair, and everybody gets the same pitch. They get the same ball. They get the same bat. They get the same everything. They're on the field. I'm thinking, well, freak, we haven't found anybody in 15 years. How are we going to, maybe they don't exist. Maybe I was wishful thinking. Because we got to find something where everybody can win. And then boom, right? No kidding. Conversation was actually at the point where I said to Mike and Dan, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I can't imagine going into another company, spending months and months branding that company, changing our name, bringing people in only to find out either they die in 90 days, you got an auto ship, and I have to get people in that I know 9 out of 10 of them are going to fail. Statistics don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You like numbers? That's a number for you. It's fact. Well, then we figure, well, we could shovel quicker than the dirt falls back in the hole. Now that's calling people just an item. If I could shovel quick enough, the 10 people, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if 9 of them quit and I bring in 11, I'm 1 ahead. If the next month 9 quit, now I'm 3 ahead. What kind of freaking business concept is that? Could we have done it? Yeah, but I couldn't do it. And Mike didn't want to do it, and Dan, we didn't know until we got to that level. Then we're thinking, well, we haven't met a company yet. We've been through 50 of them where the company is thinking about everyone. And along comes ONPASSIVE. So Peter Rogers, why did I go to Peter Rogers? It all goes back to trust. Oh, I trust Peter. He's not going to give me, he's not going to try to sell me something. He's going to tell me what it is. It is, it isn't. And he did. I listened, I said $97. Actually, I thought it was 9,700, but I mean, or 950, whatever. But I got in, we did it. And the point is, what I want to make is the train coming that day, or within 5 months, I met Ash and talked to him. He's probably wishing that never happened. I talk to him all the time. But anyway, that happened. And I realized maybe 6 months into 2019, oh my God, our efforts can indirectly help everybody we touch. This is what we've been looking for. Go make a web page, go make a group called ONPASSIVE Nation. And we started slamming it because I knew whatever we did, indirectly, it's going to help someone else. And I said, what's going to make the company strong for us? And I looked at the company as me, Mike, and Dan. ONPASSIVE was the mothership. And we started building inside this bubble. And if we treat people right, we bring them into ONPASSIVE Nation, we talk to them, help them what we can. I started a solo thing where people could add into it, whatever. It doesn't matter. But we did all that. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And Mr. Mufareh came talking to us. I like what you're doing. Actually, the image at the top of ONPASSIVE Nation was made by the tech team 5 years ago, whatever tech team that was. I don't think it's the one we have now. And then the rest of you guys know. But I'm going to tell you, I thought all the way up till 4 months ago, we're about to see something that is going to blow us all away. And I was wrong. It's even bigger than that. I'm not kidding. I believe, forget where you start. Forget how much, if you make $500 the first day or first time you paid $100, just imagine that'll be the lowest amount you ever made. And it could possibly double every month for months and months and years to come. And I want to tell you about compounding. If you take $100, double it every month for 12 months, you'll be sitting pretty, trust me. And I believe, and I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it, Amazon created 40,000 millionaires. That will be a joke at ONPASSIVE. I believe they'll create 500,000 or 600,000 millionaires. I really believe that. I believe we will be $1 trillion company. I believe now we will be the biggest company on the planet. So no matter what we're going through, I feel Ron's pain. If you looked up broke in the dictionary, you'd see my big head. We are broke. But I know what's coming. And if I'm wrong, it's still bigger than anything we could imagine. That's fact. And if you're thinking of a number and you're thinking what would make you happy, you're wrong. It could be much, much more. Much, much more. Because I know with ONPASSIVE, just OConnect now. And by the way, OConnect is great. It's not good enough for us. So once you have that, where are we going? What has he done in the last 6 months? We don't know. But we're about to find out. I believe that. So hold on to everything you got, because I believe we're going to be, people wake up with tears in their eyes of what they have, really. And I think these countries that live off $100 a month or $20 a month, some ridiculous amount, getting $400 or $500 in a wallet, up to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000. And you take countries like Africa, who are family oriented anyway. I think America was more that way years ago, but when you have nothing, you tend to get together as a family and make it with what you have as a team. I think it's going to change the world. I really, really do. I believe the struggle that Ask Mufareh had, if you heard it, it would make you sick to your stomach. No matter how bad we have it, I guarantee, not only is the company bigger than anything you could imagine, so is the crap he puts up with. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And why does he do it? For everybody on the screen and everybody that's not here. And that's a beautiful thing. But I'm telling you, don't stop worrying about what number and this, because no, income will not be on your mind when this gets rolling. It will be, what do I want to do? Who do I want to help? Where do I want to go? Where am I going to park this new vet? That's what you're going to be thinking about. Where am I going to meet people on the trip? Where are we going to go? You know, the last part of our lives, a lot of us are 50, 60, whatever, could be the best time of our life. We need to take the ride. I also want to emphasize something else. I don't care who wrote it, who typed it, whoever it was. And if they even have ONPASSIVE in the name and all, that's okay. If it didn't come from Ask Mufareh and it wasn't on that pop-up in the back office, it doesn't mean squat to us. Maybe indirectly down the road, it's a big deal, but don't focus on that. If Ask says it, it's for us. If Ask posts it, it's for us. We talked about the last couple times. Sounds like things are going. We're going to hear the rest of that story, and when we do, I think be ready. I think one day we sit in a living room and hear the real story of the journey that he took. That will be a motion picture hit, trust me. So, anyway.
Thank you. Thank you, Marty. You know, one other thing that Mike Ellis this morning said was quoting, "Calm seas do not make good sailors. The challenges we face are simply opportunities for growth and learning, for becoming the person we are meant to be. Our computer skills have improved. Our vocabularies, technical vocabularies have been expanded. We learn from each other's experiences, and we have expanded our insight on how to look, just panoramic view at things. I personally learned to look beyond myself. So those are the things. The journey is paved by challenges and sabotages, but it also involves excitement and joy. And with that, we go to Marcian. What do you think? The train is coming.
Wow, thank you, Mino. And you make me go after Maddie. I don't know what I'm going to say. Hello, everyone. And yeah, the train is coming. You know, I personally, I am going to, let me say it, focusing more about the people that they are not in the train yet. You know, we have this train that is coming. All of us here have a ticket. We have a seat in the train. What about our neighbor? What about our colleague? What about our sister? About our friends that they don't have the ticket yet? How do we approach them? Telling them that, look, There's a train that is going to be passing, and he will take people along where he's going, and I want you to be in. I think that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm not really forcing anybody to come, but spreading the news and telling people something big is on the way coming. Something very huge is going to be in the internet very soon. It started some times ago. We were so fortunate to have that first ticket to come in, but luckily they still have some ticket. They still have, it's unlimited. The seat is so big as that if you just train have to pass by your door and being empty when he's passing around your neighborhood, that's not good. That's not fair for you, because you coming in, you don't have to pay to have this ticket. It really is free. But when you come in, you will never get out from that train empty-handed. And that's one thing that we have to really thank our CEO for that. Because where around the world are you going to see somebody giving you a free ride? And while you are in the free ride, not only that they give you a golden seat, they always give you something to drink or something to eat. And at the same time, they might even give you something to take care of the people around you. This is what the ONPASSIVE train is going to be doing to us. And we have to really cherish it. We have to take it out and let people know that this is real. It's true. And 4 years ago, which is going to be on the 30th of this month, is going to be exactly 4 years that I got my golden ticket. I am so happy that I grabbed that ticket without seeing anything. I mean, then we were just by the well of trust. Still, today we're still trusting, but are we just only trusting? We are seeing it. We are seeing, we are not talking on our own platform. This is OConnect. The beautiful OConnect that we are using now is a product of this trend that is coming. It's a part of something that is coming on the way. We are going to be all seated in this unlimited home that is going to take us somewhere. So my focusing now is, where are all my people? Why are you not in? What is holding you? What is making you thinking that you are going to be away from this trend? And let me tell you something, you that are listening to me now, who are going to be listening some years to come. This train is free. And if you don't commit because I told you you don't trust me, you like it or not, you are going to ride in this train, because this is the only train that is going to be in the online at some point. This train is coming to take off. He's coming to own the internet with all the beauty that he had. You cannot and you will not get away from it. So it's better for you that are listening now to find her, to join us and let us alone go away with this train. Then while you are in, you will be bringing other people in. You will not let them fall. You will not let them mislead their way. This is the only place that when you come in this train that is passing around your door, around your neighborhood, when you are in this train, you will never fail. Nobody is going to tell you, because I came before you, I have the golden seat and you don't. No. You might come after me and I will learn from you, because this is the place that when you have a seat in, you learn from each other. We take people along with us. We learn different culture. We learn different way of talking. We learn the way of living together. We become family. And you see that your life will change just like mine have changed. Because I'm a product, I'm a witness, I'm enjoying it. My life is not the same since I got this golden ticket 4 years ago. I want you that is listening to me to do the same. Thank you, Mino, for having me. I'm not going to be singing too much tonight. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful as always, you know. You're so fluent with your words, Marcian. Is somebody whispering it in your ear as you say? Because it just flows. Good for you.
If I have to say something, this is what we are talking about tonight. This is, I can just take about me. I used to be a very shy person 4 years ago. I will come in through the webinar and make sure that nobody knows that I'm in. I will be hiding. I have a passion. I love to dance. I used to go to so many parties, but when I'm dancing, I go to the bathroom and hide myself. But what did I do? 4 years today, I make sure that the whole world know what I love, dancing. Why? Because this trend that we are in is letting you be who you are. It's telling you that nothing can stop you from being who you are. It's telling you that, listen, you can go further and further. It's telling you that the sky is not your limit, because after that sky, you can create your own limit. This is what this trend is telling us. This trend that we are waiting and that is going to be passing by our front door is telling us that you don't have to miss it, because you that are listening to me have something that somebody else did not have. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but you might have something that I don't, and I want to learn it from you. I want you to be part of it so that I can see what you are doing. That's why we are all here. That's why every night we come along. That's why Maddie and Chris, they have bring something that they call it shining light on other people. I am glad that my light has been shined by this opportunity of the trend that I got. And I want every other person that they are out there to come and get their own light shine, to come and let the whole world know that this place is supposed to be a beautiful place to be, not a place of competition, not a place of I am this or I am that, because you have something that somebody else does not have. And the trend of ONPASSIVE is here to bring that to us. It's here to unlock that in our heart. It's here to take it out from we and give it to the whole world. That's why every time I say it, it just fluently come out.
Coming from your heart.
Thank you.
So putting a shy introvert person on the just right platform that provides help to grow to your potential and stretch beyond. Great job, Marcia. But I hear that almost everybody has been trusting somebody and respecting somebody and following into ONPASSIVE. That's beautiful. Our lifestyle changes, and those people that you talk about, that where are they? How come they're not engaged? Pretty soon, our lifestyle will be a testimonial to them, and they will follow us and they will join. It's just a matter of time. Thank you. With that, let's go to Eric. Eric, would you speak to the train is coming?
Yeah. Excuse me. Years ago, I had this destination in mind where I wanted to be. It was a destination of prosperity. It was a destination of having a better home, a better lifestyle, being able to travel, giving to certain charities that I want. And so I saw this train and I jumped on it. Jumped on it hard. I lived on that train. And then a little bit down the road, every month I had to pay a certain amount of money to stay on that train. And after a while, I couldn't afford it. So I had to get off the train. And still my heart was aching because I wanted to make this destination, right? So time would go by, and then the urge would just get big again, and I had to do something. So I saw another train. I jumped on it. Worked it hard, spent a lot of money. Same thing. Had to pay something every month. Had to get off the train. I couldn't eat on the train. I couldn't sleep on the train. I couldn't drink on the train because I couldn't afford it. But I saw all these other people living in these nice train cars, living the high life. New cars, trips, everything, and I wanted that lifestyle. So I had to get off that train, and I let time go, another year, 2 years, but that hunger burned for something better. And then I heard about this train called ONPASSIVE, and I, at first, for about 20 minutes, decided I didn't want that train either. I said, no, it's just the same train, just a different name, right? So I get on that train. It only cost me $97. So next month I'm thinking, well, okay, how am I going to come up with that $97? And it's like the conductor says, oh no, it was only one time. The rest of this train's on me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? And he goes, yeah. And so I'm riding this train, and it's like the story. I see my destination, and it's like, can I actually make my destination? Can I? And another year passed, and this train kept moving. and it became a better train. It became a more productive train. And then I started thinking, maybe I can make that destination. Maybe this is the right train. Another year passed. This train's growing. The number of people on this train's growing. People are excited. People are loving each other and becoming part of each other's lives. We're not trying to push each other off the train. We're trying to pull people onto the train. That was different than the other trains that I were on too. That's a different thing. So then I'm moving, and all of a sudden it's like, I think I can. Another year passed, the train grew bigger, more exciting. The conductor would come back, and the engineer would come back and actually talk to you about the destination and how you are going to get there. Just if you're in this train, you're going to win. So that was pretty exciting news. And then the next thing I know, the engineer gave back my $97. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you mean this train's free now? Are you kidding me? And then pretty soon another year passed, and it became not I think I can, it became I know I can. I know I can. And somebody says, are you still riding that train? And I said, are you nuts? I'm never leaving this train. This train's going to take me to my destination. I'm going to be able to provide for better homes and help people and do the good things that I want to do. My destination is right there. I can see it. I can smell it. I can taste it. Okay? And not only that, but my destination changed. My destination used to be this small little destination. Now it's this huge destination. It's bigger, it's better, it's brighter, it smells good, it's clean. It's full of love, it's full of compassion. That's my destiny, is ONPASSIVE, and I will never get off this train. That's
Eric, I'm bowing on you.
Yeah. I love
that. Was amazing. Please talk more. I can listen to you more. Oh my God. Is that what Marty says? Drop the mic. Right?
That's all I got to say. But I'm thankful for Ash, because he's not only the owner, he's the conductor. He's the guy that takes a ticket. He's the guy that fixes your pillow. He's the guy that brings you water. That's who Ash is.
Okay, I'm trying not to cry. Yeah. That was beautiful. You took us to the journey, stage by stage, all the way to tell us that you have a huge destination now. You also said you found people are so nice and nobody's trying to push anybody. Yeah, this is not, as Marty said, a business of competition. The saying that say, you cannot compete with me, I want you to win. Yep. That is the motto here. Thank you. I'm speechless. Marcian, your jaw dropped. I saw that. So with that, let's go to Lori. You want to share your heart, please?
I got to follow Eric. No, I'll tell you, I got here on a very special prayer back in, it was probably 2018, but I made a prayer and it was pretty personal to God and me, and I was in a pretty deep, and I said, I need an internet job, dear Lord. I says, I can't work on my feet no more. I says, I'm getting old, and I says, I need to be able to try something with the internet, and I was pretty adamant about what I wanted in my heart, when I was praying. And, it didn't come right away, of course, but, prayers come when they're later on down the road. So when I got into ONPASSIVE, and then after I figured out and I seen and I heard of the mother's birth, and I've heard of, all kinds of things that gave me the clues that I was in the correct place. I heard that train from afar and I went, oh, this is the train. I know it is. This is my prayer. This is it. So I says, okay, I am here. And I keep seeing my prayer just coming each day and each week. And I'm here every day, and I live with ONPASSIVE in my heart with all of you. So, you know, and I've learned so much, and, you know, and that time that we've spent together, all this time, you know, was a reason there for that, for us all to bond and, you know, and really build the family. And we need a huge family. The bigger, the better. So, you know, and our family is growing and growing, and people are coming in and seeing things and going, wow. So I enjoy seeing people do that, you know, and I enjoy everybody's heart is the same as mine, because I can feel, you know, that you've got the vision, you got this, you can see what's going on. You got to have this to do that. And, you know, like my vision changed, of course. At first it was internet. Oh, new internet stuff. You know, I could maybe make money here, and I'm not an MLM person. I can't do MLM. No. Because, you know, nobody believes me about anything when I come out with Bitcoin back in the day. 2014, nobody was believing me. My kids told me to shut up. Don't tell my friends about none of that stuff. Oh, boy, did they miss out. It was $400 back then. So anyways, needless to say, some of my Bitcoin got stolen through MLM. So, you know, and, you know, I lost out. So my bright, shiny star kind of went away each time. You know, I thought I had that star. And then now when I talk to somebody and I say, I have a bright, shiny star, it's on the way. The world's going to be uplifted and things are going to change here real soon. You know, but when I don't tell them about the star, I just tell them I have a bright, shiny star coming. So anyways, but that star is not gone away. That star is getting brighter and brighter. And that train is the right train. Like, you know, Eric said, that train is the bullet train. So I say a lot of things, you know. Let's see. I just know we're going to watch explosion after explosion happen, and I'm so excited, so happy.
Wow.
So anyways, you guys, I love you. And
Lori, you're one of the most gracious people I know. Calm and collected, always grateful, always patient. You just have this spirituality about you, and you've been through all kinds of lines of life, most interesting life stories, and you're still following your star.
oh, I can't wait for them to get better. We'll all have to write books on our stories.
And isn't that interesting that so many of us are wounded by MLM? And that's how this is our last train, as Eric said.
Yeah, I never knew about none of that stuff. I just fell into it. I went and got a massage one day I had a car accident, you know, and a whiplash, and I had to go to a medical masseuse. Well, the medical masseuse guy, he was a poker player that came to our games, and you know, we knew each other, so I was greeted with him. He says, "You got to go talk to my dad, man. He never gets into nothing wrong. You know, he always gets into good stuff. You got to get into this." And I just said, "Okay." So away I went, and I says, "Okay," and that was it. I met Gary, and Gary said, he goes to me, he goes, "Go to your browser," and I says, "What's a browser?"
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So I learned a lot back through then as what a browser was, but you know, I still got to learn computer stuff. So
And that's where Marty says you had the 2020 vision at your heart.
I see a lot of 2020 vision in many things that I look at, in everything that I look at. You know, if I got to fix something, you know, but I don't have no tools, and I got to create something, I got that 2020 vision to say, okay, if I do this, little twine, little duct tape, super glue, it works.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You've got our vote.
Right.
Miriam. Hi, sweetheart. The train is coming. What do you have to say?
I've been thinking about this the whole time everybody's been talking. And while people have been talking, this is what I've come up with. Trains are not quiet. Have you ever heard a train go down a track quietly? They don't go down a track quietly. They're noisy. You know, their bells go on. They're noisy. Okay, they don't go down there quiet. So that's a comparison to ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE isn't quiet. ONPASSIVE is noisy, just like the train. The train lets you know it's coming by blowing its whistle. ONPASSIVE is definitely letting you know it's coming, all right? When it comes, the whole world's going to know. And it's not coming quietly. It's coming with a loud bang, with an explosive, like everybody's been saying. Because everybody's going to have it. Everybody's going to need it. Everybody's going to use it. It's just a matter of when. But on the ONPASSIVE train left the station a long time ago, and it's not stopping. It's never going to stop. The train left. It's going. It's blowing its whistle. It's not going to stop. And if you listen real careful, you can hear it getting louder every single day. And not just louder, but you know what's happening? It's getting stronger. It's getting stronger and stronger, and it's about to explode. So when you hear the train, know you're hearing ONPASSIVE. And when you hear the whistle from the train, know you're hearing ONPASSIVE. And that's what I got.
Beautiful. Marty, do you remember there was a day that I had to send messages after messages begging Miriam to come to webinar? She was shy. This is not the Miriam that she was.
Yeah.
Great job, Miriam. We're proud of you. Your story touched Ash's heart too. I remember that.
Thank you.
Great job. Kevin, would you like to add to it? Kevin?
Hello, everybody, and thank you for inviting me to the panel. I don't know, I'm having one of those nights where I just feel like everything I was going to say, you know, it's been said or you've heard it from me already, you know, but I was sitting here thinking, you know, it's been a journey, been a few years, you know, and but my journey really goes back to 2017. I was thinking, I don't know if you guys know, I'm in a garage. I was sitting in this garage in the latter part of 2017, and my father just passed away. My dog had just died. I just lost my job. My finances were in the tank. My health was affected. I was really going through it. Later on, I wasn't able to laugh about it at the time, but later on, I used to describe that period of time as my life turned into a country song. And it was rough. It was a rough time. And somebody was talking about praying or asking God or something for this, or I think it was you, Lori. I think it was you were asking for this internet job. And I pretty much had it out. I'd gotten to a point where, you know, I'm no Job, you know what I mean? And I was in the ringer, and I was about done. Not the first time in my life. And I pretty much had it out with him. I pretty much said, you know, the summary was put me to work or take me out. It's pretty much the gist of the whole thing. And it didn't happen right away. That was, I think it was December. It was November, December 17. And as you all know, I didn't find out about ONPASSIVE until October of 18. So it was an immediate answer, but I believe it was an answer. I believe that none of this is by accident. I can look back at my life, you know, my childhood, my young adult life, by, married life, raising kids, career, military, all of it. It all brought me here. I can use all of it. I've been using all of it. Somebody was talking about a puzzle. I think it was Marty talking about 10,000 piece puzzle or something. Yeah, it's been a puzzle. We're all puzzle pieces, the way I look at it. A puzzle piece will fit perfectly with the pieces that are around it. It doesn't fit with all of them. We don't need to. We just need to find out who we fit with and work with them. And eventually, we're like a tapestry. We're all come together and we make a beautiful picture. Just because you don't fit, somebody doesn't fit with you, doesn't mean you can't work with them. The biggest mistake I think people make is just because we disagree, we can't get along. And that's just a crock. It's a crock. We're not that different. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to be free. And I think everybody else does too. And I think it's attainable. I know it's attainable. We've proven that. We've proven that these borders or these barriers that we used to think we had, they don't exist. Love exists. Love conquers all. And that's how we're going to change this world. Martin Luther King, he said that you can't drive out hate with hate. Doesn't work. Drive out hate with love. Drive out darkness with light. You want to be different, be different. It's not easy, but it's simple. You start making better decisions. You start doing things different. You start showing this world that it can be different, and it will be different. I love you all. I love getting the chance to come on here and being with you. It's just really what it's all about for me. It's just being a part of.
Yes. Thank you, Kevin. You were concerned about repeating yourself, and you heard everything that everybody said. But don't worry, we need the repeat. This journey is like driving and meandering through curvy roads. When you drive, you have to be always vigilant to stay in your lane. And so talking about cybersecurity awareness, talking about trusting OES only, as Marty said, and don't trust anything else that anybody posts. Those need to be repeated. There is no over talking, over repeating that. We need to hear that to stay in the lane. You said that you were looking to be happy, to be healthy, and to be free. And that's coming through. That's right. That was, and then also, we now dare to dream. So that sums it up. We now dare to dream and see it possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
To Casey Zevenberger.
Thanks, Manole. Yeah, just exactly what Eric said. No, look, I jumped on the train back in late 2018. I didn't have too much to do at the time. I had finished work. There wasn't much work coming up in my industry in engineering and construction. And ONPASSIVE came across my desk. A friend of mine here in Thailand showed me ONPASSIVE. I looked at it for a little while and I decided, well, for $97, what have I got to lose? I've never been on a train before like this, any type of internet business. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's give it a go. I've got not much to lose and I'll give it a go. So I followed what Mr. Ash was doing on his first program that he had put together, back in the Go Founders days. It was all very exciting and we moved along, we moved forward. And then obviously, as we know now, Ash changed that program to what we have today, and it's just growing and growing and growing daily. It's an extremely exciting place to be in. I'm always waiting for the next bit of information. I'm always looking in my back office trying to, and the OES, trying to learn more and gain more information from ONPASSIVE, and being here with all you wonderful people. Now, I believe we're at a stage that I've already passed through station 29 and heading for the top. Like everyone else, we're chewing our fingernails and we're waiting for that day when Ash says, bang, here we go. We're going to the top, and I believe everything that Ash has said. I'm 100% committed, and that this train will going to really take us to the top. And I don't think that train is going to be